I'm Jason McClellan. Thanks for hanging out with me. It's a brand new year, 2020. It sounds so futuristic and cool. If you're a regular or returning listener, thank you for continuing to join us on our exploration of the strange and fascinating UFO topic. If this is your first time listening to Unknown, welcome. Thanks for checking out the show. We started this show back in 2015. It was called UFO Mod Pod back then, and we changed the name to Unknown in 2017. I'm usually joined by my colleagues Maureen Ellsbury, Ryan Sprague, and Shane Hurd. But sometimes, like today, I host the show solo. As you can probably imagine, coordinating schedules between 4 people spread across the country can be challenging, but we make it work. Sometimes. And what we typically do on this show is, well, talk about UFOs, obviously. But we talk about current UFO-related news, revisit historical UFO events, chat with other researchers, and try to present UFO stories in an unbiased, journalistic way. Of course, we pepper in our personal opinions as well, but we do our best to make it clear when we are expressing personal views. We love talking about UFOs. We're clearly a bunch of UFO geeks, and we're pretty proud of that. Today, I just want to talk briefly about looking ahead to a new year. It's always exciting when a new year rolls around. I always have a renewed drive to create more UFO-related content, more podcasts, more articles, more videos, more books. I also feel the anticipation for all the UFO stories that lie ahead of us. 2019 was certainly a pretty exciting year in the world of UFOs. We didn't do a year in review episode for 2019. We opted instead for an episode highlighting the top 10 UFO-related stories of the decade. If you missed it, I definitely recommend checking that one out. But although we didn't do a year in review episode, the year was packed with buzzworthy UFO headlines, interesting interviews, and a few UFO TV shows. And this year, UFOs will be even more in your face than last year. The social media noise gets louder and louder every year. Content related to every topic, including UFOs, increases every year. So, although it might not always be a good thing, you'll see more UFO-related content on social media. There are more UFO-related shows coming to TV this year. And because the UFO field is so accessible, there are more and more people beginning to research UFOs for themselves, actively participating in discussions and producing content. There's so many passionate and ambitious people out there really making genuine attempts to learn more about UFOs. We're guaranteed to hear a lot from To the Stars Academy this year. That organization has so many irons in the fire and so many different projects developing simultaneously. We'll also finally get to see James Fox's highly anticipated documentary, The Phenomenon. I know I've been impatiently waiting for this thing since 2013. James showed me a tiny bit of the film last year, and I really think this movie will be the best general documentary on the topic of UFOs. We'll have James, Lee Spiegel, and others on the show later this year to talk more about The Phenomenon. There are always tons of UFO-related events that take place every year, and that will, no doubt, be the same for 2020. We'll be highlighting some of these events on this show, certainly the ones at which we'll be presenting or in which we'll be participating in some form, but we'll also happily highlight other events we think you'll enjoy. While we're on the subject of events, I'll mention that Ryan Sprague will be speaking at Contact in the Desert, which takes place May 29th through June 1st in Indian Wells, California. We have the link to that event on our website, and of course, we'll talk more about it when the event gets closer. I'm really looking forward to a new year. Another year of UFO events, UFO shows, and UFO research. A quick piece of advice: don't get caught up in the seemingly competitive, antagonistic, hostile environment painted by social media when it comes to UFOs. UFOs are really no different than any other subject. Sure, There's plenty of trash talking, trolling, and ego flexing within the UFO community. But those same characteristics are present in the Star Wars community, among football fans, or around any political discussion. UFO isn't some special topic that exists in a magic bubble. It's an everyday topic that exists in the real world. Humans suck, we know that. And when humans engage in a conversation about a topic, any topic, you'll have both civil and ill-mannered discussions. It's inevitable. Again, the UFO community isn't a secret society that gets together to stroke egos, kiss ass, and push forward a unified religious agenda. The UFO community exists in the real world, and it's made up of shitty, imperfect humans. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's reality. And in case you didn't know, UFOs are real, so reality is where it belongs. The exploration of UFOs and related phenomena is confusing, wild, and for me, so much fun. And it's something that anybody can participate in. Like I said, don't get deterred by negative people. Trust me, there are more positive people out there in the UFO field than the negative bunch. Negative people are just noisier on social media. I'm excited for 2020. I think it's going to be another incredible journey on this wild UFO ride, and I'm excited to have you along on the ride with us. Well, citizens, that's going to do it for this brief episode. You can find more episodes of Unknown on all the major platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Pandora, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. Subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so you're notified when we publish new episodes. Oh, and just a quick note. For the first time since we launched this show, we recently just switched podcast hosting providers. So if you're subscribed to the show on Apple Podcasts or any other platform, there might be some hiccups here and there, like random old episodes showing up as new, for example. Hopefully not, but it's possible. So I just wanted you to be aware of that. You can always find this show at rogueplanet.tv because Unknown is a Rogue Planet production. rogueplanet.tv is your home for all the strange. And if you haven't visited in a while, we just rolled out a fresh redesign, so check it out. Big thanks to our talented friend and fellow Rogue Planeteer, Caleb Hanks, for the show's intro and outro music. Check out all his work at theclerkchronicles.com. Thanks again for hanging out with us today. I'm Jason McClellan. Do us a favor, friends. Always treat the UFO subject with the cautious and responsible skepticism it deserves. Question everything. Have the courage to form your own opinions. Keep truth as the focus of your quest, even if the truth conflicts with your opinions. And, of course, stay strange.